02, and on his outside is Clarence Smith. Then we've got Martin Incledon right in there as well, followed there by Grant Smith. Then we've got the E36 of John T. Eckermans, a returning finding horse that raced many years ago. This young man raced the Tinywood Raceway in V8s and in late models as well. He's there in the 222 car. And then we have got Andre Fulham, and then we've got the car out there. We can see who is in that AHK car. Max Hawkett is in that motor car. Yes, Max Hawkett is also connected to Pussy Myers. Talking about Pussy, I think he's racing up north in the National Hot Rod Tour, and we wish Pussy all the very best. ZA1 title, or should I say a ZA1 title back to Cape Town.
Absolutely, we know he can do it, especially when he has our support. And these mighty super saloons sponsored by Incledon Transport, make their way around. For those that don't know, Incledon currently out in their turbo SLK, all put together by NEC Racing. And then you see just behind as we look towards by Connie Houston, now in the X Championship winning from 24-25 season Incledon BMW Turbo, now the 222.
A lot of people don't realize Farley started his racing here at Cape Town Drivers in the junior mini category back in the day. Then migrated to a Tinywood Raceway. We did other classes there, including the American Saloon class, the V8s, and then with Chris Lieberberg and the guys in the American late models. Then stayed away for a while, and it's nice to see him finally back here with us. Back when he started at Cape Town Drivers in that 222 M-Series BMW, working its way through Castle Corner right now.
Yep, so they'll bunch up once again, get the red flag just to get back into order. Just want to catch up at the back end of the circuit. Feel slow right now. Everyone get into position. Make sure. There's the right leg. Take it away. Andre Pruden, you were telling me the other day, he was telling me now this afternoon, he just bought that car sight unseen because he said he couldn't not miss this race to join this weekend. He's got a track from the local main circuit, so he wanted to come join his stock car guys once again. Randy Cross. But yeah, Frankie,
down in the Ruby Road, that's Terry Form that sits out to the left on KP1 with Roddy Globson second. Zach Leyden just sneaked through there on Martin Yetland to move up to third, but he goes very wide. He'll lose out to Yetland, and he'll also lose out there.
yeah, everyone is falling into position now as the demanding lead so far already. Only a lap in for Incledon. Lotus is in second spot, Yetland in that oval body V8. Also sitting in third with Barney Mossad right behind, getting a little tail happy. And to the Incledon corner this time, obviously going in the opposite direction as the rest of the classes go. The second slide on by the time, finish line to slow another lap.
On the back straight goes the Mercedes S1K. Our race leader, Eric Bourne, working his way across the start finish line into turn number one. We have got Roderick Lobson second, finding Martin trying around the outside there. Martin Hilton holding on to that third. Martin is fighting for that third position with Martin behind his outside. Then we've got Charles working his way out at Castle, followed there by Zach Leyden. Grant Smith sits right on the case of John T. Eckermans as they work their way down the backtrack.
This battle is non-stop between Martin Hilton and Barney Mossad. So they're still fighting out for third position overall. The Foster taking his way by the rear end of the field, just trying to get past all the back markers now as he sits behind Zach Leyden in that E36. But still, between Barney Mossad and Martin Hilton, the gap is opened up for the first.
That's your fight for second and third as the leader comes out of Castle Corner. He's going to put a lap there on Clarence Smith. as they head down that back straight. But here comes, so that's second place man, Robbie Locher. That's third, and going down, and now slowing right down is a Finey Morton working his way into turn number one. So not all is well there in the Triple T BMW of Finey, as Eric Bourne is dissecting this entire Super Saloon E36 field.
Yep, absolutely something wrong with the Triple T of Finey Morton, and he was off to the side of the circuit. Definitely not what you want in the first race of the day. There's still a fight between Zach Landers and White Flag. I mean, he came out on this they fighted Matt Hawkins and Ron Smith side by side through Capital Corner and Roderick Locher. Since there, still in that second spot. Here's one Diddling in third. Then Clarence Smith in that fourth spot as they now continue circulating around the oval.
So the leader is working his way down that back straight on his own. And is he slowing down? Is he got a problem or is he just backing off? I think he's just backing off. He's Eric Bourne. Yeah, everything is all well there. But the Eric Bourne's car, as he heads into turn number one, he must be careful because Clarence will unlap himself as they go down that back straight. But the fight is still on here for not much. Second place man, Roderick Locher. Third is Martin Edlund as Max Hendricks pulls the AHK car off into retirement.
Very unfortunate to see, good to see Max Hawkins back, but unfortunate that he had to fall off the side of the circuit. They wait for White Flag come up with the leader, then on the other side of the circuit is Johnny Ekman. Because a little bit of warning, but he tries to catch up to the back end of back later. Yeah, the White Flag comes out for your leader. Then he's getting forward and passes by. Andre put in lazy Clarence Smith just swatting in behind. He sits in fourth place currently. The rest of the field comes through to start their pathway.
He's in second, third place man. He's Martin Edlund as the second man comes down for the winner. And that is Eric Bourne coming home in P1. Everybody else finishing a lap of drift. The Smith brothers cross the line as well. Second place to the flag is the 25 of Robbie Locher, and third is the 94 of Martin Edlund. That's your top three. Here comes Clarence Smith to the line, and then we have got Grant Smith as well. I think Clarence came home in fourth in that 28 car, if I'm not mistaken. Right, here we go. Finally, Mostert in a triple two. These are now, sorry, but an important announcement here, Johnny.
Just attention to everyone around. Then, hold on 1 second. We found a cell phone that was found in the ladies' toilet. I believe someone is on the phone with that cell phone, so we may find the owner in just a moment.
Well, it's all about the Finey Mostert that sits out in pole position so far, with John T. Eckermans there on his outside. Then you've got Grant Smith, and on the outside of Grant Smith you've got Martin Edlund. Just trying to get our little matchbox microphone thing working here. Then you've got Clarence Smith, and on his outside with E36 we have got Zach Landers. Then you've got Roderick Locher. He came second in race number one. He's got Max Hawkins there on his outside, and Andre Foeren. I do not see Eric Bourne out there with an SLK. Is it over? I've got Chase Herald saying now listen, he's got a problem with that car, and sadly that is the end of that for the event for Chase. You said for Chase Herald, for Eric Bourne. The man that we are celebrating the life of this evening with Mr. Dion de Ball, Dieter Martin Edlund. And he sits there in the second pole to Finey Mostert as the car is rolling. White flag is out, so they are now officially under starters orders as they make their way out of Castrol Corner down that backstage. Finey, and he's got the WR Cycles car on his outside of John T. Eckermans as they come to line. Jordan, take them off the line.
Here we go. It's Finey Mostert, John T. Eckermans leading in second spot. lower down in the field. Damn. Finally, Mothman still holds out, now putting a bit of a lead, and it looks like Grant Smith's slowing right down in that 26 car as we power to close the first race back.
They come now, racing down towards turn 1, Castle corner. Out of Castle they go, it's Fonny Mostert in P1. Here comes Martin Yetland. Martin Yetland, will he have a lunge up on the inside? No, we have a look at Clarence Smith and Zach Leyden. They're going very, very deep. And he moves in back of position. There was Zach Leyden. Clarence Smith is ahead of him. And look at Roderick Lunsher. He's also fighting field trouble out there for Fonny Mostert.
Once again, Fonny Mostert was slowing down in the first place, and it happened once again this time earlier in race number 2. And he slowed right down and might just roll right off the circuit. He does the triple 2. Fonny Mostert pulls right off the circuit. And now the lead is to Martin Yetland in the V8 Opel, heading out ahead of Clarence Smith, then Roderick Lunsher, then Zach Leyden. Then we see John Ackerman.
Right, I don't know when last, but Martin Yetland has seen a checkered flag in P1 and he would deserve this. Down into pit corner he comes. Once again, the 94 race leader Martin Yetland working his way back up towards Castro. Then the BMW standing there behind him are Clarence Smith, Roderick Lunsher and Zach Leyden, slightly off the track of P1 again. He's John Ackerman, he's got Max O'Case. Right there with him is Max O'Case, followed there by Ron Smith.
And a very big spin for Roderick Lunsher in the middle of the circuit. He had to try and get onto the dirt, and all in all, he does get onto the dirt, but he's going to bump himself over the sand, trying to get onto the circuit and lose a load of positions, dropping right to the back of the end of the field. And just behind him, it will be the leader, as it stands, Martin Yetland, who fell up to lap Roderick Lunsher in just a moment. Now putting that man in second spot a little bit closer to the front end. It will be Clarence Smith sitting in second and Zach Leyden now in third.
Now then it is Max O'Case, and right there behind him is Ron Smith, followed there by Roderick Lunsher. Right behind Hot Rod, we have got your race leader, and that is Martin Yetland, and he's been closed there ever so sure, slowly but surely by the 28 of Clarence Smith.
Martin Yetland can't get by Roderick Lunsher on this final lap. We'll see if Clarence Smith can close up the gap ever so slightly, and it doesn't look to be the case with 2 more corners for the leaders.
Well, he's going to have to be careful now not to pick up those back markers. Martin Yetland, he'll just lift off slightly, and also try so that Clarence doesn't get to him. The flag comes out, Yetland comes home in P1. Clarence Smith second, well done Martin. Zach Leyden will finish in that third position, and there's a fight for 4, 5, 6 and 7 still raging out of pit corner.
Yep, up one, and the 3 wheels for Johnny Ackerman as he crossed the line just ahead. There, Max O'Kay, just behind O'Kay.
The E36 and the ranking round of Johnny Ackerman has got the whole shot there. He's got Roderick Lunsher right in there behind him. Ron Smith on the outside. Here comes Zach Leyden up on his inside. He's the 94 of Martin Yetland. He's had Chris up there on the inside of Zach Leyden. There is a Ron Smith followed there on the 28 of Clarence Smith.
Now we're on to the race start for heat number 3. And look at Martin Yetland. He won it for the last heat. And he's trying to move up the inside of Zach Leyden. Leyden around the outside, or trying around the outside of Roderick Lunsher into Castle corner. But I think Roderick Lunsher's got a little bit more down for Zach. Zach tries to go to the dirt. But it's on front of Martin Yetland. Yetland has said otherwise, up the inside, almost 1-2 cars.
Well, Martin Yetland is racing Martin Yetland as they race down into turn number 1. Martin Yetland is on song tonight. He sits there in that second spot. He'll have a lunge up on the inside of John Ackerman, and Ackerman won't stand a chance as into the lead as the 94 of Martin Yetland.
Martin Yetland moves from that Roderick Lunsher not going full front. Andre Poorten is having a bit of a difficult time in that new car of his, as he is almost about to be lapped halfway through this race. So he'll pull that car to just the side of the circuit or blind to make sure that the other competitors can get on by. and they all do rather cleanly, but first is Kevin after the John Ekman and Zach Lane in third.
And here comes Robbie Glotcher, right behind him is Clarence Smith, followed there by Grant Smith. The one lap down is the 29 of Andre Voorden. As this group are now fighting it out for second and third, and Raptor sits right down the outside on the 2E36 car. As they make their way out of the corner, here comes Clarence Smith. He's right on the heels of Roderick Glotcher, as this group of 4 or 5 cars work their way out of Castrol.
It's like Roger can't find his way by, but he forces his way by around the outside. It's almost 3 wide into the exit corner. He'll drop down into 4th as Roger Glotcher moves up into 3rd with John Ekman on his inside trying to make something stick under and slide it across the line almost. But he gets to the now look, the final lap is out. As the rest of the field comes on behind.
See the clock of the course has got the warning flag there with them. I'm telling you what, these guys are driving hard. They are leaving it all out on the track. It is Roderick Glotcher. They in Zach Lane on Zach's out. What is going on? Here comes the Glotcher up on the inside of John Ekman. And they put their way into turn number 1. And John Ekman's got the last time car all over the place. But there's a half a lap to go for race leader and race winner, Martin Neerton.
Yep, Martin will come across the line for winning. He number 3 is Martin. He number 2 is Andre Voorden away. Roger Glotcher in that second spot. Zach Lane in that Clarence takes home 3rd in that 30. Ahead of Zach Lane in 4th. Grant Smith in 5th. John Ekman started is on the dirt all over the place. In the heats and maybe some serious action. And Martin Neerton will start to be around the
they're all going to give him some serious competition, but it's Martin's to lose as far as I'm concerned. He can definitely win this one. But I'll tell you what, Terence Smith is going to stop the number 1 side, he's going to go with the lead. Terence Smith along the outside is hanging on. With the end of the and then we'll just see the slow pulling the on his right-hand side. As they bring it on the Castro. And here comes Incledon. And here comes Robbie Glotcher as well. As all of them work their way out of the corner.
It's still 2-2. They go through the next corner and down into Castle once again. They're not giving each other any space whatsoever. They're too wide. The last 2 laps, now they're put next way wide. Not down ever so slightly. He's really struggling with some power steering. And one of the tire ends is also losing a little bit of steam there. But now going to break. It's Glotcher, it's Lane, and it's John Ekman as well as Grant Smith at the back end of that 6-car train.
I don't know when last I've seen Martin Neerton drive so well and how fitting for the Dion de Waal tribute that he's doing this. He's battling because Glotcher is not too far behind. Around the outside of Roderick Glotcher. Roderick will see him over there once again. They are doing formation flying out of Castle Corner. Man, this is brilliant stuff. Glotcher, he's the driver with one thing and he can have a top in there by later. And now Terence Smith on the front. He's trying to get his hand and they've got a back marker in him. That's going to play into the hands of Martin Neerton. That back marker Andre Voorden.
Yep, there were a little bit kissing doors there a moment ago, were Neerton and Smith. And once again, Clarence Smith's going to try and go around the outside of the lens and breaks away from Roderick Glotcher at a time to catch the back end of the other E36 of Clarence Smith.
I'll tell you what a dogfight you got out there. Those 3 BMWs hunting down that Opel with a V8 share motor as they work their way out of the corner. So does Zach Lane, so does Clarence Smith, so does Roderick Glotcher. And they work their way out of Castle Corner. Man, it's hard and difficult. Where's Martin? He's going to have eyes all over his head as he's been mugged by these 3 BMWs out of turn 2.
Now right up to the tail of the 2 ahead, side by side they are, so it's 1, 2 and then 1 between the 4 of them as they come around to start the final lap.
And I'll tell you what, the Martin has got the lead to them, a lot later. This one sure. As they make their way out the Castle corner, they've got 2/4 of a lap left to go. They've got a back marker in front of them. Jordan, this is going to be difficult, but I think it's going to go to that long.
104 is in the way. It will be a 1 minute. One by one, a couple of 104 comes over to the back end of the field, the lap down. Then it's on the Ackerman.